What surprised you most about 2024 and looking into 2025? What asset classes and sectors are you most excited about?
So, well, let's do the surprises. I was surprised by the strength in the consumer and the labor market. We had 525 basis points worth of interest rate hikes, and the consumer didn't even blink. Um, One of the things that we've learned about the wealth of this country and about the middle to high end consumer is that it turns out higher interest rates do not slow down the economy. If anything, they might have accelerated it. Think
Mhm.
about all the people you know that have millions of dollars in cash. Now, all of a sudden, that cash is earning its own cash, right? So now you say to yourself, well, somebody that has no mortgage and has no credit card debt and has excess cash in their bank account, doesn't have to be millions of dollars. When they're getting 5% on money market funds or CD rates or whatever,
Yeah.
that seems more like stimulus than it seems like slowing the economy down. There's a wealth effect that's created when your cash is spitting out more cash into the account each month. So I think the Fed was surprised by that. I think it explains the power of the stock market. I think it explains the travel and leisure stocks, why they keep going up, why Live Nation is at record highs, why Marriott and Delta and United Airlines acted so well, because the middle to upper uh, households that are sitting in that position without a lot of debt um, were just like making more money than ever passively in their sleep. You guys talk a lot about passive income. This is
Yeah.
something the Fed did trying to slow things down, and it might have actually had the opposite effect. So for me, that's my biggest surprise of 2024. Um, what am I looking forward to this year? My colleague Callie Cox, who is our chief investment strategist at the firm, wrote about productivity over the weekend. We have just had 4 quarters of 2.5% annualized productivity growth, which is one of the fastest annualized rates of productivity we've seen in a really long time. Productivity is a fancy way of saying the employees of companies are more efficient and they're producing more for the same amount of compensation. I think AI is part of that story and will increasingly be. I also think companies just got better at figuring out who they needed to keep and how to make them as efficient as possible. And as a result, US corporations actually are seeing profit margin expansion last year. And we're seeing productivity growth all over the economy. This is one of the things I think could be really great about 2025. So we still have a healthy labor market. It's definitely cooled off. Wage growth for workers is more like 4%. The prior year it was 6%. So we're able to employ people, but not having to give everyone raises every month, which is really disruptive to the economy. I know it sounds good, but in practice it's a mess. And so we're just in this really good place where profitability is high and productivity is expanding. So that's one of the things that I think is worth looking forward to next year.